Food Bank of Delaware CEO Kathy Konevsky sweating it out right now, trying to figure out how she's going to make up for the huge amount of the food from the USDA that is now no longer coming. It was going to be 19 truckloads, just over $1 million worth of food destined for Delawareans who need the help.
The trucks that have been canceled represent 900,000 meals, and the food that was expected includes proteins. It was frozen chicken and pork, and it was milk, and it was eggs, and it was fruit. And it was all kinds of food, some of it perishable.
The pandemic showed us all that crazy stuff can happen in life that can make any family suddenly need food help. And the team here says the vast majority of people who get food help from their facilities are hardworking people who just can't keep up with grocery prices. In Pennsylvania, Philabundance is going to be down over 1 million meals because of the same cuts at the USDA. Regional farmers will surely feel this too when they have products the government is no longer going to buy from them.
People are coming out of the woodwork to say, how can we help you? So that's the heartwarming part of a heartbreaking situation. We are definitely going to feel the pinch, though.
The Food Bank of Delaware now counting on individual and corporate donors and even on local groups to hold food drives.
So this coming Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, local political leaders are going to be here at the Food Bank's Newark warehouse for a donation drive. It would be a great opportunity for you to come out and donate some money or even some food.
$1 equals 3 meals. So I've been saying, for folks that don't think a $10 donation, a $100 donation means anything, yes, it does.
Nobody wants waste, fraud, or abuse, but folks here say these USDA cuts are literally keeping food off their shelves and ultimately off American kitchen tables. In Newark, Delaware, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
Trump's administration should be ashamed, but alas, they have zero heart or empathy. Vote better in elections, always democratic. Oh my God. Now a lot of people are gonna be without food. Those foods are gonna perish. So that's already waste there. Money spent on them, waste.
So I woke up this morning rather early, and I woke to this. Trump cuts hit struggling food banks, risking hunger for low-income Americans. Is that making America great again? How about this? Food bank faces reduced supplies due to $1 billion in funding cuts. Emergency food funding paused, impacting food distribution nationwide. Local farmers lose sales as USDA programs are slashed. You can read more details. Reuters spoke with food banks in 7 states who said cancellation and pause of the programs meant they expected to offer less produce, meat, and other staples in the coming weeks and months, leaving scarcer food for those reliant on free supplies that help stave off hunger. Is that making America great?
There's gonna be so many people who will be left out without food. It's so sad, man. Like kids, adults, old people, veterans. Like there's so many people who just can't afford to live. What was that statistic I saw that said that 1 in every 5 children in America are going hungry? Those are numbers that they used to give like people who are starving out there in third world countries. That's crazy.
So let me get this straight. They cut fucking food stamps because they said, people can just go to food banks. That was their plan. That was their goddamn solution to hunger in America. And then those same people turned around and cut $500 million in funding to those same fucking food banks. $500 million gone just like that. How fucking sick is that? This isn't just some policy disagreement. This is cruelty. Straight up, calculated, disgusting cruelty. People are gonna go hungry. Kids, seniors, working families, people already hanging on by a thread, all because some rich assholes in suits think they're too good to care. And here's the thing, like it or not, there will always be people in our society who need help. That's not a failure, that's just reality. And it's fucking okay. Not everyone can work. Not everyone has family to fall back on. Not everyone gets a fair shot. That's why safety nets exist. That's why we're supposed to give a shit about each other. But instead, the people in charge, the Schumers, the Cruzes, all of them, they gut programs people rely on, then they pat themselves on the back for being fiscally responsible. Like starving your own citizens is some kind of budget win? Fuck that. We are the richest country on earth. If we can fund wars, bail out banks, and give billionaires tax breaks, then we can damn well feed people. This system is broken. It's mean. And it's designed to stay that way unless we call this shit out every single time. So keep the receipts and don't let these assholes pretend this is anything but what it is. An attack on people who need help most.
They want us poor, hungry, and desperate. It looks like it. Control the food, control the people. Starving your own citizens is some budget win. F that. I mean, it is a pretty sad situation that's going on.
Food banks all across the country, they are suspending emergency food assistance funding while the Trump administration assesses the spending.
So when you hear that, you think, okay, what's the local impact? It's huge.
Right.
Here's what's happening. Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida says because of that move, they are losing about 910,000 meals. This is food for so many families. Second Harvest Food Bank distributes to hundreds of smaller service organizations across multiple counties. We're talking Orange, Seminole, Osceola, and Brevard counties.
Our political reporter Jeff Allen visited a nonprofit in Orlando that relies in part on this federal food assistance, already feeling the impact, those effects of the loss of federal funding.
People are able to get a break from the high grocery prices at United Against Poverty in Orlando, where the nonprofit runs its own grocery store with food at a discounted rate. But Executive Director Angeli Villa says lately it's been difficult to keep their shelves stocked.
It's a really sad state because the individuals in Central Florida families are needing more help, but yet we're having a shortage of items that are donated.
The Executive Director of United Against Poverty Orlando tells me there are normally not these empty shelves here, and even products like this tuna back here are only here because they've dipped into their reserve funds to buy them.
We are now having to purchase these items because you can't come into the location and not have the ingredients to make a nutritious meal.
Last year, we visited a food drive at Patmos Chapel in Apopka that happens a couple of times a month. The director of that food drive says lately they've been getting less food shipped to them, yet they're seeing more people showing up for that food, so they're having to reduce what they give to each recipient so they can still serve each of the hundreds of people who show up there. At United Against Poverty, Villa says they're seeing nearly double the amount of customers into their store than this time last year, and that's forcing them to buy even more of what's not getting donated.
We are purchasing the eggs as well. We have to, again, accommodate all of ours to offer that 60 to 70% savings to our client to stretch the dollar.
And the more they have to spend on food, the more their own future of helping others becomes unclear.
All of the economics of what is going on here, it's all going to start, affecting us as the nonprofit world, definitely, because it's a very uncertain time.
In Orange County.
Someone says, y'all think about it, we're still paying the same taxes, so where's the money going if not to help? They saved so much money to use it for what? Themselves? This is sad when billionaires and millionaires decide to attack and take away food from the needy. This is not people that believe in God's world. These are people that are making waves for Antichrist. Woo!
You guys want to know how morally corrupt things have gotten? The USDA under Donald Trump's administration just canceled 20 truckloads of food that were supposed to go to the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. We're talking about 553,000 pounds of food, milk, eggs, meat, just gone. That's $1 million worth of food just cut off. Families were depending on this, and the food bank, they only found out because they checked a USDA website. No warning, no heads up. That's enough food for an entire week's worth of meals for Northeast Ohio. Just gone. Do you know how many working class families and kids and seniors rely on this food? And we're cutting it during a time when food insecurity is already high. And the worst part, it wasn't just the one shipment. The Donald Trump administration also eliminated 2 major food programs, the Local Food Purchase Assistance and Local Food for Schools program. Programs that were helping schools and food banks buy local healthy food. Completely wiped out. This isn't just about budgets or bureaucracy. This is morally corrupt. This is choosing to let food go to waste rather than feed hungry people. And if you think this won't affect your community eventually, think again. Don't let them quietly take food from people who need it most. Speak up, vote like people's lives depend on it, because they do.
I know, Maggie, a lot of y'all are out there going, well, it's Cleveland, Ohio. It's not affecting me. Those 20 truckloads of food that were heading to the food banks to help out rural people, definitely the rural people, and people who do not make livable wages, that food went to waste. It is wasted, rotted, and gone. 20 truckloads of food just wasted and gone. It also happened here in Texas. Truckloads of food going to East Texas. Well, as you can see here, Elania Muscatina and T-Rump administration, stopped truckloads of food from coming to East Texas. And East Texas, that's a huge area. A lot of rural areas, a lot of low-income people. I mean, that's just how it is. There's not a lot of job growth in some of the areas. So you don't make livable wages. Rural Texas is losing its hospitals. And now the food banks that can help you out and stuff, the T-Rump administration said no. So I guess we're just creating a food desert everywhere. Again, what did I tell you the policies were, the Republican regime? Keep the people poor, sick, broke, hungry, devastated, divided, and uneducated, and you can control the mass. And East Texas, I know you're heavily Republican voting over there. But look at that. They cut the food. The food equates to 360,000 pounds, valued at $750,000. Just poof, wasted away.
What would 1 out of 5 American kids eat for dinner tonight? I don't know, baby. Talk to your current administration, because as of right now, y'all ain't eating shit. Huh? Y'all can't even have lunch. They didn't cut the federal funding. Y'all don't even get the school lunches in the schools no more. Fuck just tonight. What you gonna eat throughout the day? And then they cutting the food stamps. Bitch, you ain't eating at all. Not near one of you. No, maybe this one in the green, he might have a chance, but the rest, nah, son.
Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Leave your comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.